exactly what he wants to do. Renata going to come in. Crocodile now for Doran. Very happy to go towards it. Bit of a Shurima battle there towards the top side of the map. K'Sante versus Renekton. Not exactly the most inspiring R5. You know, there were years past where we'd be grimacing a lot at an R5 Renekton, but I think we're kind of okay with it here in Cannes. So we jump onto the Rift for game 1 of our Saturday Showdown. One of the first times here in LoL Park that, according to me, the fan chant was louder for Gen G, but it might be because we're over this side of the arena. Still, this is a full house today.
It certainly is. I mean, like I said, you could take Faker out of the Rift, but you can't actually change the gravity of what this series is for these two insanely rival teams. Like, the rivalry between these two has built so much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, ever since Gen G said, you know, Samsung is us now. Like, we're Gen G. We're changing the...
It's not a Jax game. No. It's not like a Camille game or something like that. This is a little bit more, we want a team fight, very short range on both sides as Ona is going to find Chovy, but he gets snared. Peanut over the side, only level 4, no cease and desist going to come through, and therefore Ona will be able to wander away. Going to fall off a little bit more. Zeus always has the ability to take someone out of a fight. That could certainly be an opportunity here as Ona's going to come down towards his bottom side, try and get a shove in. Look for a potential dive, but they've ran out of minions. And Handshake comes through. All right, Delight's battle dancing around. There's the grand entrance, though. And Ona's taking so much damage. He does have the bailout, but it doesn't work. Delight is going to survive, and Gen G underneath the turret. They have no health. But T1 aren't going to go for it.
He doesn't even have to flash here. Poby
is also down to the minions. They turn on him.
Oh, Atlas, this is not the start you're looking for. Do this again. He does not have level 6. Okay, just hit it. He just hit it, so there's an opportunity. He doesn't have flash, but he could try to go for a kick play here.
Yeah. Oh, dear. There's the Hex Flash. The grand entrance comes forward. Delight immediately battle dancing away. The flash has to be used from the Blade Caller, but man, this Gen G bottom lane, they were already good before they played this well.
They just handled that so well. I mean, yes, you lose your flashes, pays, so still a success on the side of T1, and that we always have to remind everyone he is a rookie as Peanut is going to get this.
Yeah, he will be able to get the eye. I'm not sure how much more he's going to get because Ona's going to turn up as well. That is the first kill for T1. Now lock down Peanut. He does have the rip. Yep, breaking mid lane out of turret, also a really good idea as well. Could have an option to do that as Delight is going to be spotted. Peanut has already put that one down, I believe, yeah. Set it in motion mid, and now Gen G going to use that pressure. Move down towards this bottom side, possibly get a little bit of a shove in. Chovy trying to deal with Chovy here, but as you can see, not going to stop that money from going
all wrong for me, but...
No, he pitches the tent in every lane, just never in his own jungle.
That's going to be the Dragon going over to Gen G here. It is Chemtech Soul, so good news for that wave clear isn't making an impact just yet.
Ooh, Chovy almost landing. Oh, he did actually land the snap. Poby just took it with him. And now looking for some autos as Peanut dives past Carrier here. Ona in position. They do get the hostile takeover. No, Chovy just wandering the fake version in, and it looks like Gen G not really too interested about this. Rift Herald now taken out a turret.
3 turrets potentially being taken. One down here, one up here, and in mid, and it looks like Chovy's not quite able to get this one. They will stop the mid from going down as well. But Gen G know, okay, with this much prio, it's problematic to fight into this composition.
Close enough to see him. That is a stealth crocodile right there.
He's sneaky.
Oh, yeah. As Chovy, there's the Pop Blossom. He finds the LeBlanc, and poor Poby just going to be punched by Peanut.
And this is one of the only times
in this river. It is, I guess, their natural habitat. Kind of makes some sense here. As the Void Seeker going to fly forward. Pace can always turn up as Peanut in position in the back of the pit. There's the flash, the Pop Blossom, and Gumayushi has to use everything to try and escape. But the grand entrance was too good from Delight, and no amount of bailing out will afford you an escape in this one. Gen G just wiped the floor with T1 Poby limping away at the end.
There's just no way to call that flank out if you're not shot calling faster, because Poby's got to be out there making sure that Delight can't get that long con flank, because Guma reacted basically perfectly to the engage. He's able to battle. Long con collapse play here. Peanuts all the way over here. Chovy.
Yeah, Chovy just going to get out of there. There's a Pop Blossom, try and keep himself alive, but he may just... The kick comes through, and Chovy's not going to fall. The grand entrance comes down yet again, and Povy's now looking for it. Chovy's even able to pick up the kill. Oh dear. T1 not able to make that play work.
Just didn't have enough real clear vision of where GENG was and how turnable that was, as Guma's not safe either.
No, Voltbreaker going to come forward here, as he does now have the ultimate available. Voltbreaker comes in, and Peanut says, all right, I guess I'll go out.
Yeah, didn't have flash, so I respect Peanut's attempt there, despite these. And man, GENG just looks so clean right now, and T1 looking a little bit lost. It's not a combination.
For it. Doesn't actually find Doran with anything. They just want to grab this turret if they
now
can.
They're stuck down here.
Yeah, they're closing in. Killer Instinct from Pays could get him over here as the handshake down onto Doran, but he flashes forward. Gumushi, he has to cleanse. Chovy doesn't find the Zaya, but he does have a stopwatch. And in goes Peanut. He finds the flash Voltbreaker. Knockups are everywhere because Delights turn up as well. And GENG once again just destroy T1 in the bottom lane.
And they hard commit to killing the Renekton. He just dashes away. Doesn't even have to flash. He has the flash for the re-engage. But you know, which is why they've been able to make those two topside plays so successful. Keria is a Renata?
He is wandering in the top lane for some reason.
He is Renata Glass. That's what he's playing here. I don't think his chances of survival are high.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's just go to the top. This part of the top lane instead. As well, he's wasting Doran's time. He has the handshake.
Doran can
TPM,
out
a turret. He's going to bail himself out, and he will die.
I mean, he knows who you can see as player cam as well.
Pays is very, very big. 3 items now complete. As Peanut has found 2 people. Poby just going to get engaged on. The Void Seeker doesn't quite work out, but still the CC is going to be there. The Renata once again falls down. The LeBlanc down as well. And I think this one's all over, but the Cryon as GENG just crushing T1 at every single instance. 18-1 is the kill score here. Zeus goes all out, but I think he's all out of options, to be perfectly honest. And Chovy is just getting work done here in this mid lane. They will get another ace, and GENG will now break open the base and head towards the Nexus.
Just clean play from GENG here, and T1, they really heavily indexed on making plays on the bottom side, backfired. And then Owner, man, he tried his best to find any sort of angle. And you see him on cam as well here as Keria's going to go down. He's just having a bit of a reality check, you know, in this one. Like, this is not the T1 roster that went undefeated.
I think that Gangplank, if played extraordinarily well, can win every matchup ever because Trial by Fire is broken. But Nah is going to be the lock-in here instead. Zeus going back to absolute comfort here on the top side of the map. And this is just a tried and true teamfight comp from T1. Very different to what we saw from the more pick-based early game. Does snowball extraordinarily well, though. Let's see whether they will as we jump onto the Rift for Game 2. All right, T1 fans, they heard the GENG chant be so loud in the first game, and they took revenge here in the second one.
Yeah, I mean, Atlas and I were talking about it during the break, but it is actually insane, the fan cheers here for GENG. I think there's a lot of confidence going into this series, but also just GENG has become an org that could go for the three-peat, right? This is something that we've talked about in the past where GENG wins regular season, but they choke in playoffs. They have been notorious for leading us to believe that they are the best team in the LCK, but then have these massive dips. But it's just been nothing but consistency over the last 3 seasons from this roster now that the fans are just also showing up and supporting them, and they're becoming such a big org. They've always been, right? Even since the Samsung
game where they got the Neela for Jiwoo and we're like, wow, Nongshim, they're super good. And then Zeus actually just picked up T1 and put him on his back. As Peanut, he has isolated Owner, or has Owner isolated Peanut. Looks like the Vi is going to win out on that trade.
Yeah, will win out. Spread buffs fade away. Owner coming here to mid. Chovy's way up, but has a stun prep.
Yeah, and not going to be able to flash the Vault Breaker. There is an army of minions, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough, as he's now looking to try and escape. Doesn't have flash, and does have the Molten Shield, but there will be another Vault Breaker, and there is going to be a dead Annie. That is going to be first blood going over to Owner.
An uncharacteristic miscommunication
comes over here. We'll be able to pull the Bramble back out of the pit.
Yeah, Peanut's just looking for the smite fight here and does have the escape, of course. He's a level up and did take first strike, so just picking some gold up.
Good vision here available as well, as Owner will be able to secure his red buff. Peanut still looking for a little bit more, but only will find a Q. Therefore, nothing too much. Zeus going to crush on top of Doran.
And one thing that you could definitely say about Peanut is he absolutely understands pressure so incredibly well. Every time a lane has an advantage, he is going to be there. He's going to be making an impact.
Oh dear, Owner is going to be discovered. Vault Breaker immediately, though, has the passive for the shield as Doran's just going to walk past to support his jungler. There's a counter-strike. They get the small stun onto Zeus, but he's going to land some boomerangs. GENG can actually, we did not have to do one there.
Yeah.
All right, Delight taking a lot of damage. Owner's moving down. They have control vision. But Delight not going to be fighting anytime soon, and that wave state not great here for GENG in the bottom lane.
Isn't going to be as relevant as he normally is on these first few team fights. Oh boy.
All right, Doran. He isn't going to have a leap strike for the next little while as Owner takes a fair bit of damage. There is a Kha'Zix waiting in the wings, but
trying to bait this so hard.
Yeah, Chovy drops a bear, and there is Peanut. They will be able to secure it. Emperor's Divide does come out as Carrier looks to try and escape from this one as well. From his former teammate of Chovy, does use the dredge line to get out. That should mean Rift Herald goes over to GENG.
Yeah, it's just, you could see the GENG members holding their breaths, just going, all right, are they actually going to step across the line here? They don't have enough vision. We're baiting this super hard. It looks like a mistake or an overextension here and an opportunity for Owner. And then they just jump straight out with the stun prepped for Chovy, and it's an easy pickup here on the kill, and they are going to be able to take the Rift Herald with it. Now, T1 will get this first Drake here, so it's not all roses for GENG, but definitely feeling much better about the Rift Herald pickup right now. Delight has a control ward in here, but he's not going to look for a steal with his Q.
The Gleaming Quills, yes, steal. You love to see it.
About 2 damage.
As he gets to Mini, it is a little bit dangerous as Peanut just doesn't know that there are 2 people here. The hook is going to come down and carry a bit of a drive-by, as you can see.
Great prediction from T1. Peanut's going to make a play for it again, and he protects. Zeus does have his Narbar.
Yeah, that's a flash forward from Doran. The bear comes down, and he can't even get Magana.
Yeah, I didn't have his ult either. It's just now coming back off of cooldown, and it's just too clean here from GENG. He tried his best, but now he's down a flash. Will be, of course, a trade of flashes here. 2 for 1. Advantage T1, but in terms of what you pick up, as GENG, you're more than happy to take that trade.
Yeah, and Chovy now just going to speed his bear up towards this mid lane, and they will be able to collect some plates as well. As Tibbers is going to shake hands with Carrier here just a little bit.
I mean, look at all the plates that Doran's going to pick up here. So they're getting plates top, getting plates mid. One more hit on that one. There he goes. Picks it up.
Only gets the 50 gold. So
there you go.
I would almost T1's advantage, to be honest.
Yeah.
As, all right, Emperor's Divide is going to find Chovy. Vault Breaker doesn't, though. Still, he's dead. He's really dead. Cease and Desist going to come through. And Povey going to help lock this one down. That is going to be his first kill. Throws down the ultimate. He's getting aggressive as Grand Entrance towards Carrier. There's a Vault Breaker that's going to bring... Oh, no, he misses and he has to flash. But they still will get in there. But Battle Dance is going to get Delight out. Oh, no. In the meantime, Owner is back. The hook is going to connect onto Chovy as well. And Carrier says, you are, once again, food for the Vi. 3-0-1. Yes, he face-planted a bit
there to dive onto the recon, but maybe could have gotten some more plate gold there for Guma. They still have Prio for this Drake, though. We'll see what soul we end up with as GENG. We're going to contest this with a TP.
Yeah, Delight actually. Grand Entrance. And T1 just going to get out of there. They see the TP coming through. It was Doran as well. He is the very scary one, and that will be still neck and neck when it comes to gold. This game is extraordinarily even. I think when these turrets start to fall, that's when GENG generally makes all of their advantages happen as Bear comes down towards the bottom side. Povey going to get stunned up eventually as we've got Zeus falling very low as well. Quickness comes through as Chovy's underneath the turret. Tibbers is going to get mad. Povey is going to escape, but Owner, is he going to be able to make it out? The answer is yes, and now Doran is chasing after Zeus, and he will survive as well. An advantage for T1 as Peanut's moving towards this bottom lane. He will be able to at least see the Vi, but this dive will be tough.
It's not going to be one he wants to commit to. If he flashes into Owner and he gets vault broken, then he just dies, trades his life for it. Don't want to be giving the Vi further advantage. Like you said, he's a bug to be squashed if he encounters Owner. You can see he's actually struggling to even secure his red buff right now.
Vault Breaker is going to miss, though, as there's the Grand Entrance. Carrier finds a hook, but pays. He will get knocked up, but now he can free hit, and Carrier is most definitely dead. That is going to be Doran diving in and stealing away the kill. And Chovy down to
trade this for a turret. Much needed gold for the Gnar before he could TP in, but I just don't think T1 have enough control to contest.
I don't think they will be able to. Gumushi is a long way away from this one as well, as the outer turret in the mid lane had already been taken. So Zeus, he will be able to secure this, and it is only the second Drake for Gen G. If these start stacking up, it becomes a huge problem. Just one, I think you can probably be okay, has now become a big pressure point for the team. He's going to dive on top of Zeus. The hop does come through, though, as the boomerang comes out. And so Zeus, I'm going to be too worried about it. That was a bit of a cute moment, you could say. Is Peanut going to leap away?
Yeah, definitely very interesting. Doran's not going to mess around with it, with the Gnar on top of him like that.
Delight gets the double knock-up. Chovy wants to throw a bear down. He does do so, but the cease and desist comes in. Delight trying to get away. He is going to be able to do so as Tibbers just getting aggressive. That's 50 gold going over to T1. Pace sidesteps the hook.
So they get a flash and a turn where they need to be focused on 90 seconds before they were not.
Oh, no.
Poby, oh boy.
Yeah, Poby is going to have his crown broken. There is the Emperor's Divide, but Doran is going to avoid it. Shifts the sands, though, and Poby's out of there. Never you mind.
I mean, he lives, but now he's down flash, now he's down ult, and two.
They can two-man this dragon. That is going to be soul point basically for free here. And this is like you've been talking about throughout this game, right? It's just pure vision control for Gen G. Peanut's not only getting vision control, but he's 50 CS ahead of this 4-0 Vi that we said is going to be so pivotal to T1 being able to further what advantages they did have earlier in the game. As Emperor's Divide is up again, and Doran is going to have to go golden. I don't know whether there's a lot of answers, but he is going to flash Leap Strike, and he's fine, never you mind. And now Peanut is going to turn up. There's the flash Tibbers, and the pigeon is squashed. Zeus is now fighting a bear, looking for an opportunity.
Everything is used onto Doran. He has stopwatch, he breaks it, and then the turn is great as owner. Yeah. This is not a buff that you could take.
No, it is not. Another Leap Strike does come through, though. Counter-Strike going to stun up the Vi. Does he have another? No, he doesn't. Oh. And Doran is going to pick it up. This Jax is just too big.
And that's all that money picked up, all that bounty as well into Doran's hands. He could buy his Zhonya soon. He's going to take a Baron first, it looks like, though, as his Counter-Strike's on cooldown here, but where's the engage? Poby doesn't have ult.
Yeah, Delight just running for Gumushi, immediately cleanses to get himself out of the way. Carrier trying to deal with Peanut, but now he's by himself, and Gen G will be able to lock him down. It's been a quiet game for Paze, but he grabs himself a kill here, and Gen G now to back off towards this river. They'll clear out all the vision and look to start a Baron. Delight just grand entrance to get out of the way of the Void Seeker.
And this is Baron for this Jax, for this insane 4-1 composition. T1, they're just not willing to give, but there's nothing they can do. No Narbar.
Yeah, grand entrance going to come through. That is going to be a Mega Gnar. So Zeus does get a little bit of a crush out, but that is still a dead Gnar, a dead Baron, and Gen G with a huge advantage.
Bertle against Live Sandbox earlier this week.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that has been a liability for Gen G at times, but it just certainly has not been in their last few games. It's actually been a strong point that Peanut can play through. That knock-up is not going to connect, but that's going to be an inhibitor here at least for Gen G.
And it's like, as the game moves towards a little bit more of that topside meta that we've seen starting to develop, as I'm going to have to hold that thought. In goes Carrier, looks for an opportunity. Delight taking a lot of damage, and that is going to be Poby collecting that kill. It's a 1-for-1, which is kind of all right here for T1 at this circumstance, but it's not anymore. That's a double kill for Paze as he flashes in, picks up the triple here. Gumayushi now after him. It's Zeus that locks down the kill, but they still will all die. And Gen G, yes, they lose their AD carry. It was an overly aggressive play because Paze has been a bit subdued this game, but the game is still over, Wolf.
It's still over. They've got a minion wave here. They've got Baron buff for 30 seconds, and Doran, he can two-hit these turrets, it feels like at this point. Being a bit facetious, but he's just so big.
Yeah.
T1, the expected loss tonight here to Gen G without FAKER is just not the same team, and Doran